There is a very big problem we're encountering in magic today. It's surprise magic. Why is this a problem, you may ask? Because people, they jump in the air, they react like crazy, and they go like, what the fuck, you know, and they jump around, and you have to think like, whoa, I made them feel this way, this is amazing, what a rush. But it's pretty shallow, because my friend Alvaro gives you a very good analogy of this. He says, just imagine you're watching a romantic comedy. It's a beautiful movie. The guy falls in love with the girl, it's a lot of fun, and when they're right about to get married, the main persona gets shot in the head, everything around it explodes, and it turns into a gigantic action blockbuster. You probably react like, what the fuck, because you're not expecting what was about to happen. But it doesn't make it a good movie. You'll still go away from the movie thinking like, well, it was okay, well, it was nice, I wouldn't watch it again. This is the same thing which happens for magic. Surprise is just one emotion in a really big spectrum of many emotions that we have. So why would we just go for this one emotion? Why would we just want to have people jump up in surprise and react like crazy? Well, we can also make them tear up, we can make them laugh, we can have nostalgic memories, we can make them silent. Especially the last one, we can make them silent. We can make them stop and look at the world in a way they've only looked at the world when they were a small little kid, when they saw snow for the first time. We can make them stop and make them look at the world just like that. Experience something that they haven't experienced in probably, well, since they were a kid. So if someone is 25, they wouldn't have experienced this for 24 years. Or maybe 23 or 20, I don't know, like some kids are a bit slow. My point being is that we're just going for the surprise reaction. But there's a much bigger spectrum. So why do we go for this? Well, I think there are two main problems. One is the magic market, and the other one is ego. So the magic market, you know, they're not selling you a trick, they're selling you a reaction. Look at any video in the market and you'll see reaction videos. Why? Because they're trying to sell you that reaction. Essentially, which means that you're gonna think, if I buy this trick, I'm gonna be able to get this reaction. And you relate this reaction to good magic, because you pay money for it, so it should be good. And you want this reaction, which is the ego part about it. So you're gonna go on there, you see this crazy reaction, and you buy this. So they're not selling you a routine or a trick, they're selling you a reaction. The idea that if I buy this, I'm gonna be able to get this reaction. Which is a problem, because we're buying a reaction and not a routine, which means we're not studying something, and we're not improving something, or we're not expanding our magical knowledge, which means we won't be able to apply it to many other things. Of course, maybe the download would be very good, we're just not buying it for the purpose of improving magic and expressing ourselves. We're buying someone else's expression of them to get an expression from the audience, which we want to. So essentially we're forcing an expression on the audience how we want them to react. Very often it happens, they will react in this way. But the magic is very shallow, people just jump up, they react in surprise, and they'll go home and they'll forget about it, or in a year they won't remember what happened. Whereas if you have very beautiful magic which makes people quiet and plays with a different array of emotions, for example, Dark Delgadio's show in and of itself is a very good example of this. After the show, people will sit in quiet. They will start to tear up, and no one just really wants to move, because people feel like when they move, they remove this beautiful experience. So he gives people an experience of magic, of quiet, much rather than a crazy reaction. This is just something that was on my mind. I hope you guys can do something with this. And I want to challenge you to find more beautiful magic, to find more magic which will play with different emotions in your audience than just surprise. Because surprise isn't bad, we can use it once or twice in our routine, but if we keep going surprise on surprise on surprise, it will become shallow, and it will not be an artful expression of anything. See you later.